So down here in the bottom, it's Alpha X is nice. And up in the top, it is Innovation. And now, taking a look at it. Nothing too crazy to start things off. You know, we're just going to have that supply depot coming on down. That is very important because it allows you to build a bunker. Or a barracks, rather, which is obviously the linchpin of Terran strategies. And we also have the gateway coming on down. But nice, it does have double gas coming up. Now, double gas this early on does tell you that, hey, he's going to be doing something crazy. And while this is a very good Terran map, there is the potential for a lot of hidden plays here. Like you can kind of see, he's setting up the pylon. With how late that cybernetics core is, I think this is going to be an additional gateway as well. And so Innovation really has to get a scout on this, otherwise he is in a lot of trouble. Okay, it is going to be the Stargate. That's also a very good build, but unfortunately for him, Innovation spots it right away. And that is going to take a lot of power out of this. Back at home, he does get a shield battery to deal with the Reaper. He just doesn't want to care where that comes from. The Adept as well, moving across the map. Should be okay, all things considered. But now it's just, okay, Innovation, how much time do I have before this comes my way? Because this is going to be the Void Ray build. And while Innovation is building on the high ground, that does cede a lot of room for Nice to get right in your face and do some damage. Two Reapers do make their way into the main base, but once again, that shield battery there is going to save a lot of these probes. Tries to get them with a cheeky move there, but the Adept should come on home. And indeed, that is enough to shoo them away. The Adept very good at dealing with that. Nice moving a little bit too far forward with that first shield battery as well. So that will go down. The Cyclone getting a lot of damage on that first Void Ray as well. Oof, this is just not the best start here for Nice. And you know, he's getting deflected down here. That pylon taking a lot of damage. And all of these things just really slows him down. Look at that, even the Cyclone's just using up all the shield battery energy already. There are two of them now, so that could be a little bit easier for him. But now that Adept just having to stay at home, that's a lot of power gone from this attack as well. Nice, just kind of inching his way forward. He does still have a shield battery full up on energy, but he's starting to run out of it. He needs more of them. 3 more on the way, which might help out, but Innovation is having none of it. Just consistently shooing them away, and he is about to have mag field accelerators. Once you have that, oh, you are golden versus this small number of Void Rays, which is why I love this Tempest transition. Yeah, you can see the additional damage just coming down. That is absolutely insane amounts of work. But now Innovation, he has 4 of his Cyclones up and ready to go. He gets rid of the pylon, so those Tempests are going to be under threat if they decide to come here. A force field goes down, trapping the Cyclones, but it's, you're trapped in here with me, not I'm trapped in here with you. That Tempest is going to go down. And with that, I think pretty much Innovation has taken this first game. There's not really a whole lot more that that Nice can do from this point. The shield batteries do come back up, but they're out of energy. Actually, you know, Innovation, a little bit greedy here. We'll lose a lot of these units to the force field. It's just the follow-up isn't available for Nice. He doesn't have any units other than a couple of gateways, and he hasn't been making Tempest because he couldn't afford it. So again, there's just no follow-up here for Nice. And yeah, the pylon goes down. That won't depower everything, but that will get rid of those shield batteries in the front. Nice, he had a good idea. He had some good strats ready for it. It's just the execution didn't really go down the way you would expect. He's holding in there for as long as he can. He's still doing something, you know? He's making sure that Innovation isn't expanding behind it. But we will have the siege tank coming on out. The Tempest count still relatively small. He will get the upgrade for him. So they will do a little bit more damage to the buildings, but that's not really going to help as the Viking count rises, as the Cyclone count starts to come up. And Innovation with a 10 army supply lead and a 20 overall supply lead. Like, as time goes on, it just gets better and better for him. And he's even going to just start to inch his way out. The Vikings doing what they can, but forcing the shield, or forcing the force field, does mean that there won't be too many more available to him. That Marine death sound is absolutely insane as well. But the Vikings will get on top of the Tempest. Again, that shield battery energy is starting to run out in the front, so Nice is continuously being forced back. I think he has enough Vikings to just whittle this down even easier. Here we go. He does force field, but he misses the force field. So the Tempest will go down. Scan gonna go down as well, revealing everything. He does lose a couple of SCVs because he did pull them to defend. But at this point, you're not really using those workers as much. And so this position's going to get cleaned up. More Tempests on the way. Units lost is in Nice's favor, but I just don't know. There's siege tanks. Oh, the damage is against ground units. I did not know that. I thought it was just versus buildings. Well, hey, that makes it a little bit easier to try and clean up on the ground, but he's just never really been able to get up to that Tempest count because Innovation continuously resetting it. And now Innovation going to be mining off the base down there. He's got the mules, so that's just going to be a real big kick in the teeth. He can get some production down there as well. I would like to see maybe one medevac. I know he's fighting for what he can, but yeah, just do something like this. A couple of Vikings out there. There's no defense back at home. He's gonna have to recall, and once he recalls, that's the end of the attack essentially. This is a crazy game. Wait, so the Zealot did go by there, didn't he? I don't know if he actually saw it. Oh no, he didn't see it. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely... That's terrible. So Nice still doesn't know about this base. He's probably thinking he's in an okay position. Oh no. He does get some good shots off here, taking out a lot of this ground army, and that Tempest count is starting to pile up. So Innovation's still in a lot of trouble, but I don't think it's really a lot of trouble. That Viking, look at that, just two-shotting the Tempests. The Stalkers underneath doing what they can, but they can't really move too far forward. Taking out a lot of power from this attack. There you go, another one-shot at Tempest. The siege tank there. Yeah, the siege tank just doing what he can. Nice. Feeling the sting. Recognizes that the base is there. But now the Vikings have landed. And I think this is the cleanup that we were expecting. GG is called. Innovation taking game number 1. So the factory gonna come in before the natural. So Innovation playing it about as safe as you can. He does not want to get caught off guard like last time. Looks like Nice is focusing on down there, while Innovation's stone cold. He has not moved his eyeballs or his hands. I'm wondering how he's playing like that. Like, there's just no way that he is playing with only one hand there. That's the only thing out of view. That's insane, man. But it is going to be Stargate once again. This is a pretty good thing for Nice. It can do a bit of damage early on. This Adept, going to try and shoo this away, though. Some good micro. We'll force it back. And one of those Reapers will have the Kiss of Death. But at the end of the day, that was a very nice connection. Going to kill off that Adept. The Sentry will go down as well. So this is a dicey position for Nice now. He has lost 2 workers, a third to follow. And that is a very bad start for Nice. He is only up about 4 workers at this point in time. But it's going to be Phoenix play. So that will help out quite a bit, because we do have a bit of a mismatch here. Widow Mine Drops don't really do too well versus Phoenix. We can kind of see Innovation did get the benefit of the doubt because Nice hasn't really scouted him, but here we go. Doesn't get the lift up on the second one, so a few workers might go down, 3 in total. Little bit sloppy there from Nice, but he will be able to get the medevac. So that will go down, potentially, maybe? Yeah, there we go. 500 minerals total for both sides. That is pretty cool. Running out of energy, he will just pick off a couple of Marines before heading home. He will start to get some harassment in as well, but he's already got the Robo facility in. He's got the Robo Bay on the way, so the transition to Colossi will be relatively soon. Now, Innovation, he more than likely knows about this transition. And so the question is, does he decide to push out with this second siege tank? Just get your opponent off guard and try and hit him before the Colossus count gets too big. I think that's really your best option here, because once that Colossus count gets out, it can be difficult because you can kind of see he's focusing very heavily on getting Marines to deal with the Phoenix. And Colossus, I don't know if you guys know this, they kill Marines pretty easily. So Innovation just pushing out. He's got a pretty good location where he can set up those siege tanks. He's just got to contend with the Phoenix in the sky. Once he gets rid of those, that's going to be the saving grace for him here. Now, one Colossus is out. He will chrono out the second. And Innovation is just kind of rotating around, looking for an opening. Not gonna find it, and now he will get caught down here. The siege tank's not even time to siege up. He's trying to focus fire down the Phoenix, so he will be able to get them. But again, just the fact that they are not sieged up means that Nice will be able to clean this out. A fantastic fight for him right there. Innovation on the back feet. Now, the biggest thing to note is that I don't know if this is going to be enough to close things out. It looks like Nice wants to try. He doesn't want to give Innovation any more time. No pun intended. As time is going to be playing next. But look at that. The pylon goes down. The third base is under threat. And now just trying to fight his way forward. The CC will be lifted on up. And the question is, will Innovation have enough time to get out Stimpack, to get out concussive shells? He just needs a lot more than he has available to him right now. The Widow Mines going down. A good pickoff right there. I gotta say, I don't know. He might have to just pull the boys, but there is so much force field energy. Any attempt to take this fight will be crucial. So being very patient right now. He does not want to jump before the iron is hot, before he has warmed up. The CC kind of working against him a little bit as well, making it so that this force fields have a lot of sway over how this battle's going to go. He still has a lot of energy available to him now, and with the shield batteries in tow. I don't know, Innovation. You might have met your maker in this one. As the SCV's starting to fall, here we go. The first stim has gone down. The force fields not really catching too much, but the Colossus just slowly inching their way forward. As the Phoenix taking care of the Vikings in the sky. Innovation below 100 supply. I think I got something in my eye. Finished with the puns, but the Colossus going down. Nice being a little bit too far forward. The third Colossus still reigning supreme. The shield battery saving it. But it looks like Innovation will be able to clean that up. Eventually, because the Zealots are down. The Phoenix count is non-existent. That's a Nexus. Just like where I don't think that Nexus belong right there. But oh my goodness, nice. You were a little bit too early with the GG Nexus, as that will get taken down. Now the third base does... Sorry, I'm stretching a little bit. It's very early, but now as the third base goes down, that production is going to start to very heavily kick in for Innovation. You see he's got 5 racks available to him. That is the sweet spot for the mid game. There's just not a lot of production for Nice at all. You can kind of see he's trying to go back into Phoenix play. There's just no time really to do so. That's a very big commitment, and you can kind of see as well there's so few gateways available to him. He's just not really making anything, and now it's Innovation's turn to just go for a big fight. Instantly going to focus fire down that shield battery. The Widowmine's getting a good connection on the Phoenix, softening him up. No force fields will be available as the sentries do go down. Now, there's not a lot here for Innovation, but there really doesn't have to be, as we see that parade push just inching its way across the map. And that is going to be it. Innovation takes the second game.